Hi, how you doing today? It's me, Bill Kramer from The Seed, and I'm here today to review Choon, the music and crypto site where they promise to enable musicians to earn cryptocurrency for our original works. Now, you may know me as being a techno and house musician and a DJ from New York, and I own The Seed, and I've been working for a real long time. So I decided to dive into this about 6 weeks ago. Sterla, who is Star Mist and owns Star Mist Records, he's the one that turned me on to it because it started out in Europe. And Choon was started off by Gareth Emery and some partners, most notably Bjorn, who is the agent for John Digweed, most notably, and a lot of other people. So, that being said, I was like, Gareth Emery is really big and, really respected. He used to shop at Satellite. So I was like, okay, I'm going to jump right into this. And I jumped in with both feet, started uploading a lot of tracks from myself. And I did it wrong right away. I was going to let my DJs from The Seed take all of their profits because, as we all know, the digital world is terrible. You end up making a lot of tracks. A lot of labels screw you over. You really get, pennies. As you can see in the background there's a pretty serious back brace back in the corner over there. As many of you know, I've had a lot of health issues with my back and my neck. A lot of you seen the neck brace DJ show that I used to do until neighbors made me cut it out in Denver. But I have serious back and neck issues that pretty much made me stop working. So, music was the only thing that I was making money off of. I even was able to stop performing. I haven't gotten money from other labels aside from my own. So I stopped releasing on other labels. There's labels that don't need money and, they don't give you anything. A lot of us have experienced that out there. So you get pennies from Beatport, you get pennies from Spotify. You don't get a lot for your digital releases. So Gareth Emery and company, they decided to do something about it. Now, you see all these other people out there saying, Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Free yourself from currency, free yourself from paper money. Get out there and get into the Bitcoin. And they've been saying this for several years. And some people made themselves rich on Bitcoin. Some people lost fortunes on Bitcoin. And it's really confusing. And probably just as confusing as people saying, talking about MIDI and, digital music is for, a bunch of us nerds get together and start talking about that. And, Gareth knows about both. So what they did was they put together these two worlds. I dove in and I learned quite a bit about Bitcoin in the last month. Now, the cryptocurrency that Choon runs on is this thing called notes. So as folks go on to Choon and play your music, you earn notes. Now, the notes are money. You can say that, notes are worth money. No, notes are money. They have a value tied to Ethereum. And in a few days, when Choon goes live out of the beta and into its full, its next stage, people will be able to trade notes for Ethereum out on the market, and they'll probably be able to trade Erythium for other things, and it'll get a little crazy for a little while. But musicians earn notes, and notes are the cryptocurrency that Choon runs on. And as folks listen to your music, they earn notes too. Users can create their own playlists, and you can share your royalties with your fans and with your fan base. So, my fans from New York and Phoenix and other places that I've lived, they can go ahead and make playlists with my music on it and my label mates' music on it. And while they're at work plugging away at the computer, selling stocks and bonds, or insurance, or driving around doing what they have to do, which is a truck driver or what have you, they could be jamming out, listening to whatever kind of music that they're into on Choon, on their own playlist, or on, my good friend Matthew Hinman. He's a DJ and he doesn't produce. He's got a whole bunch of playlists made up of different music that he's into, that he's put out there on Facebook for his friends to listen to, and he's earned a couple of Ethereum essentially worth of notes just having playlists for his friends to listen to while they're at work. So Choon is completely revolutionizing the way that people consume music. Forget about Spotify. Spotify, you make 7/1,000ths of a cent when somebody listens to one of your songs. With Choon, it's it's back to like the old ways of radio, where somebody makes a quarter or 50 cents or $1 if someone's got a really long song. If you were to translate it over to real money, so to speak. But it really all depends on how much you're promoting your own music too. I had a song that came out just a few days ago on a European label that's a little bit more accessible than my normal, hitting a pipe inside a subway tunnel, techno. There's a vocal house jam on a bigger European label, where that's had over 500 natural listens in the last few days from my fans all over the world, and the fans of the label that it's on all over the world. It's had over 500 listens, and that song's earned a couple of thousand notes for me just in a few days. And that's fantastic. Now, in the comments here, I'm going to go ahead and I'll put my label and my personal Choon pages on here, so you can go ahead and take a look. Because it's open sourced, you can go ahead and look at the Seeds Choon page. You can look at my personal Bill Kramer Choon page. You can listen to my music. I really hope you do. You can take a look at our playlists and give them a listen, and listen to all the fantastic music that we've curated. You can go ahead and listen to Choon's Daily Fire playlists, where they go ahead and select the best music that they've found. There's classical music, there's rap, there's techno and house. As soon as I found out about it, I went and I told as many of my friends about it as I could, because I think that this is definitely the best thing that's happened to music since we got off of polyvinyl chloride. Because records, go light one on fire, see what happens. They're made out of oil. We play techno. We shouldn't be afraid of technology. This is the future. Streaming is the future. We're moving forward. We don't want to move backwards. Let's move forward together into cryptocurrency. I think that Choon is definitely legit. It's the best thing that I've seen in a real long time. And I'm one of the 3 guys that started Satellite throwing raves in New York with Scott Richmond and Mr. Clean. We threw Sputnik 26 years ago this week. It was on August 22nd of 1992. Those 2 guys went on and started the store. selling records for a long, long, long time. I was involved in the digital store with them at the end. We knew that streaming was the future when we stopped selling downloads. We stopped selling downloads at Satellite EDM because we knew that streaming was going to be the future. I'm all in with Choon. Every single track that I release goes on Choon. My label, The Seed, every single track that we put out goes on Choon. We do Choon exclusives with my label. You'll see them on my list that say in parentheses next to it, Choon exclusive. I really hope that after seeing this video that if you own a label or if you're a producer of any kind of music whatsoever, that you take a look at Choon and go for it. Have a great weekend, everybody, and thank you very much, Gareth, and thank you very much, Bjorn, and all your partners. You guys are fantastic. Peace out.